Hello guys, I choose for this video series very old kit made by Damek. Yeah, it is very old kit, but still one of the best on the market. And of course I bought a lot of resin accessories. Gun base, a new wheel bay, resin engine, and these superfabric seatbelts. You ask me if I can make longer video about building models, not just 10 minutes step-by-step shortcut, so I decided to make a video series. It is hard for me edit 40 minutes video, so I will do 10 minutes videos, which will be divided into individual sections. So the first episode is mainly about how to modify your model. The resin gun bay has just a few parts and very brief instruction manual. As you can see, the details of the resin parts are absolutely astonishing. Each part consists of the main part and molding stub. It is a place where liquid resin flew into the form, and stub must be removed. Resin is harder and more bitter than polystyrene, so we must be extra careful. The best practice is to use a small saw. I recommend to use a razor saw. Always put on a respirator when you saw or sand resin parts. It will prevent you from inhaling the harmful dust. What you can probably avoid when you will be modifying plastic kits is cutting holes, making different caps and lids. You can either drill the holes and needle grind them, or you can use a razor saw and cut them out. Procedure with a razor saw is useful if you want to keep the original parts. If you drill them out, then you destroy them in the process. The covers are included in the resin kit, so I can destroy plastic ones. I use electric tool Proxxon Micromot. It's great if you do these crazy modifications. Now I have a lot of space for knife. The plastic part is still too thick, and so it needs to be made thinner by grinding. Which glue to use for resin parts? I mostly use a common superglue, but you can also use a two-component epoxy adhesive. I modify plastic part for resin wheel bay. This process was very hard. Resin parts do not fit perfectly and I must make plastic much thinner by grinding. The final thickness of plastic is just 0.3 mm. If you have electric micro drill, then you can cut mold stub very easily. But be very careful. I am using spraying box with a ventilator, so all dust is sucked up, and of course keep a respirator. Otherwise, if you do not use ventilator, the whole room will be full of resin dust. My experience. I assemble all engine parts using a superglue. You will see in the next episode of P-51 Mustang, painting cockpit and maybe more.